Hey, what's up everyone? So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Ahsoka Tano from The Mandalorian. So as soon as that episode started, it started right in with Ahsoka and seeing Rosario Dawson. I was thinking, I cannot wait to see this in 6-inch form. So I am super happy to finally have this. And of course, it comes in the Galaxy packaging. You got Star Wars The Black Series up top. Through the window, you can see Ahsoka. Comes with her 2 lightsabers. Very nice. Down here, you have Star Wars The Mandalorian and Ahsoka Tano. On this side of the box, the front window wraps around, and you have Star Wars The Black Series again down there. And there's the side with the artwork. Beautiful picture of Ahsoka. I love this. And in the background, you can see the gate to that little village there on Corvus. Really cool. You can see the gong up there. Yeah, great picture. I love this. And this orange, not my favorite, but it's okay. But beautiful picture there. There's a small window on the top of the box. On the bottom, you have the barcode and all this tiny mouse print that no one reads. And there's the back of the box. Same picture as the side. You got a short bio in 5 different languages. Ahsoka is number 19 in this little Mandalorian line. And then you got some more stuff down here that no one reads. I'm going to get Ahsoka Tano open and let's take a look at her. Okay, so here is the Mandalorian Season 2, Ahsoka Tano out of the box. And let's just get a good look at her from top to bottom. And I must say, this head and face is stunning. I mean, this is about as good as it gets right here. The likeness to Rosario Dawson is kind of creepy. I mean, they nailed this. The eyes and the nose and the mouth, the face tattoos. I mean, everything looks so good on this face. The skin tone is pretty good. It's not overly shiny. This up here is very nice. The Leku look great. I mean, front and back. I mean, this is absolutely a stellar head and face sculpt. Good job, Hasbro. I mean, they nailed this one. And from the neck down, I mean, I think they pretty much nailed the look of the outfit that she was wearing in Mandalorian Season 2. I mean, this shirt, well, almost like a sleeveless shirt, looks great. Got a little gray and dark blue. This collar has some faint paint right there. Looks very nice. Just kind of comes around. It's, very smooth back here, but it's fine. The arms, you see her skin up here. These wraps, great detail on these wraps. Looks phenomenal. I think the vambraces look really cool. That's what the underside of them looks like. Kind of an armor plate. Got a little bit of a sculpted detail there. A little plate on the back of the hand, some fingerless gloves, and pretty much the same thing on the left arm. Yeah, that. Let's see. I'll do this. That's what the inside of that one looks like. Yeah, just tremendous detail on the arms. And I think this belt looks really good. You got these little things sculpted in. Nice detail. So these are fixed there. Those are part of the sculpt, except you do have one little bitty, small little dangly bit down there. But these are pretty much molded to all this. But great detail in there. I think these look really good. And it's sort of just like wraps that go around. And they are sculpted to look like it's tied in the back. These things hang down. These are a little bit bendy down here on the bottom, but yeah, it's a nice looking knot back there. And then it just goes around, and then same thing on this upper thigh. So you have your small little niblets there on each side for lightsaber storage. It's not a hook. It's just a little bump there. And they work pretty well, not bad. It's sort of fiddly. I'll show you that soon, but that's what those 2 little bumps are. And then for legs, these poofy pants look amazing. And you can see how the knee joint is incorporated into the pants. It's pretty cool. And that's what the back looks like. Just more folds, more wrinkles. Yeah, they look good. And the boots are just awesome. Some little straps back here for this little shin armor. Yeah, both sides pretty much the same. That's what the back looks like. Great detail back here. And then the shoes at the bottom of the boot. Got this little armor bit on top. Soles look good. And then you have some little toes sculpted in. Yeah, cool looking boots. But from top to bottom, this figure is phenomenal. All right, so next let's take a look at articulation. So the head is a little bit limited. Side to side because of the Leku. If you do get it to turn, it turns at this angle, which is a little weird, but it's okay. I mean, the figure's so good, it's passable. But yeah, it turns at a funny angle, but there's not a lot of down, there's not a lot of up, and there's not a lot of tilt either. As far as arms, they get up that far. But I think one of the coolest things on this figure are these butterfly joints. It's actually her upper back and her torso right here. The whole thing will move. That is pretty ingenious, I think. It's just, I mean, you get some great range right there in her shoulders. That's pretty sweet right there. She has single jointed elbows that get past 90. There's a swivel at the elbow, a swivel at the wrist. So the right hand has an up and down hinge, and the left hand also has an up and down hinge. She has some swivel at the waist. She has some pretty good crunch, some really good back, and some very good side to side tilt. As far as legs swiveling, the actual hip joint swivels, which is pretty cool. And the legs can get up that far. They go back to there, and they go way out. And again, I think this knee joint is pretty cool. It's just a single joint, but it gets a little bit past 90. And there's even a swivel built into that. The feet go all the way down. They go up just to there, and you've got some swivel at the ankle. So overall, with the exception of the head, I think Ahsoka's got really good articulation. And as far as accessories, here's the 2 lightsabers that she comes with. Got her regular saber and then the Shoto saber, the short one. I think both of these look really good. You got some great detail in here. Got a little black paint on that one. Some detail on this side. Here's the little loops for lightsaber storage. And I think the blades look great. They're thick, nice, kind of a bright white blade. They kind of shine in this light. Yeah, 2 really good looking sabers. And I think I'm going to take a look at lightsaber storage first. So the blades pop out, and these are held on by a pretty lengthy peg. I love that. And here's the shorty. Yep, that pops out nicely. And as far as hooking these on, it just, yeah, that's it. It's surprisingly stable. Okay, so that's the left. Let's see about the right. That will just sit on that little bump on her hip. And yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Let's see about the right side. Okay, the right side, you do have to shake it to get it to fall off. But if it's just on the shelf, if you want to display her like this, that actually stays pretty good. And I think that's a pretty good look. But I'm not going to display her like that. I'm going to put the blades back in. Boy, the left one's actually pretty tight. I'm going to park her there. Grab the, let's see, I have this one, the long one, so that'll go in there. Let's see how easy. Oh, that goes in really nice. Okay. So one thing I found, especially on the Shoto, the hole isn't perfectly round. It's kind of an oval. So you sort of have to find that happy spot to where it's going to slide in. You can't just randomly put the thing in there. You kind of have to rotate it just a little bit to find where it's going to go in, and then it goes in fine. All right, so let's put these sabers in her hands now. So on the right, it's a pretty good fit, especially down here where the black is. It's got some little knobbies there. So it goes in pretty well. Yeah, that looks very nice. And on the left hand, yeah, pretty snug. And yeah, those look really good. I mean, both of them. They look fantastic in her hands. And again, her elbows are great. I mean, you could really get her in some really good poses with these sabers. Yeah, especially with these butterfly joints. I mean, it's a very posable figure. And if you wanted to have one backwards, it's still a pretty good fit in the hand. And man, this figure looks good. And if you wanted to flip the one around in the left hand and keep that one backwards, I mean, these incredible legs, the knees are actually pretty good. The legs can spread so wide. I mean, you can really get her in some pretty cool stances. In fact, even just having both sabers out like that, I think that looks really good also. And then just having her like this also is a great look for this figure. I mean, this figure is amazing, but I do want to bring up something real quick. So it's kind of unfortunate that they did not include a cloak with her, because in season 2 of Mando, she had a cloak on quite often. So this is the cloak from Island Journey Rey, and it does go on her. I mean, with the Leku, it's a little bit tight trying to get it over her noggin. But if you work on it enough, it does go. You kind of have to pull. Okay, so now she is a hooded Ahsoka, which I think this is actually a pretty good look. I mean, if you could probably wet this to get it to sit down a little better. But it does go there. It does go. And that actually looks pretty cool. And if you wanted a hood down look, you could sort of fudge these 2 Leku out on the front. And then in the back, you could just tuck all this underneath this one that hangs down in the back. And I think that's a really good look right there too. So this is a great option. I mean, this looks really, really nice on Ahsoka. So if you have to have a cloak on her, of course it does cover up this amazing outfit. You could sort of do that. This is great. I mean, this actually works really well. It's a good size. The hood is completely manageable, both up and down. Yeah, this, what an awesome figure. And that's what she looks like on the shelf. And I must say, she looks absolutely phenomenal. So I just have the sabers down right now, as you can see, because I mean, any kind of saber swinging pose or, dynamic pose is kind of hard to do when you have a shelf full of figures. But man, she looks good. I mean, that face is just tremendous. It's just awesome. The outfit is so good. I think the sabers look good too, but man, she looks good on the shelf. This is one of my top 5 faves already. And as far as height here, you can see that she's about the same exact size as the Clone Wars version of herself, which I think is pretty cool. And she's about the same height as the Rebels version of herself too, with the exception of the Leku on the Rebels version, obviously, sticks up a little higher. But yeah, she's about the same size as herself there. So good on Hasbro for keeping continuity. So yeah, this is a pretty incredible figure. I mean, from head to toe. I mean, this is so good. This is one of the best ones they've done. It's definitely one of the best faces they've done. I mean, yeah, this is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. The Leku, this right here, the face, the eyes, the little tattoos on the face. Everything is so good on this. The back looks good. The outfit, top to bottom. I mean, it is absolutely spot on to what we saw in the show. Great detail in here. All this fine detail in here. The little bead things hanging down, just great. These things hanging down look good. Pants are cool. Boots. I mean, everything looks so good on this figure. And I think these lightsabers are pretty sweet. I mean, the long one as well as the Shoto. I mean, both of these are just killer. Love them. So I am beyond happy to have this figure. I mean, this is so good, but I want to hear from you guys, so please comment below and let me know what you think of Ahsoka Tano from The Mandalorian. And if you like videos on Star Wars The Black Series, please consider dropping a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and please turn on notifications. I'd certainly appreciate it, and I just thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.